It's on. Once again, it's on. Tell me when. There?
I'm a vampire.
There?
Yeah. And raise a little bit up. The phone. Because está para abajo. Está para abajo. Y ahora está cruz. Ahí está bien. Vamos.
All right, all right, all
right.
right. Hey, hey, hey.
My people, how's everybody doing? Yes. It's been 2 weeks.
I know you missed us. I know that you missed us. I know. You know how I know?
How you know?
Because we missed you.
Who said that?
You see that? You see that? You already know what time it is. It is Monday night, 8 o'clock. That means it is time for the what?
The show, people. The show. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. That means that nobody should be calling me and nobody should be texting me during the hours of 8 and 9 on Monday night. So I'm getting messages. I'm getting text messages, WhatsApp messages, and all this stuff. I'm not going to answer you. So you should know by now. This has been going on
9:30 that she will answer you.
6 years. This is not, don't act brand new. You not new in this. Anyway, Monday night, 8 o'clock, it's time for the show with your girl, Nina Rock, La Latina Loquita. And to my left, we have
Angie Ruiz, la gordita sabrosa, cause curves are beautiful, my people.
Yes, 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 mi gente. ¿Dónde están los latinos? I'm in that type of mood. I wish we go, you know that there's
to the Puerto Rican thing parade this weekend. Yes, that would be fun.
Actually, you know where I want to go this weekend?
Where?
Which, since I can't go to the Puerto Rican Day parade, just a little TMI for you guys out there that are watching, but fuck it. I want to go, the Victory Cruise Line is having Latin night on Saturday. But
they are?
The noon cruise, the 12 o'clock cruise.
I cannot make it because I'm doing double shift on Saturday and double shift on Sunday. But you know what? Keep an eye. Keep an eye for the next one.
And then the next event is Father's Day.
I'm saying the next Latin part. Let me know. Faco actually, we could make it because I cannot make it at the last minute. Anybody invited me anything the last minute, I won't be able to make it because my schedule is set.
Anyway, guys, you already know it's time that it is the show right here Monday night every single week. The way we do this, I want to give a special shout out to all our sponsors. Vicky's Traveling Boutique. She has amazing and designer-inspired luxury handbags, gifts, accessories, belts, jewelry, things like that. Anything that you need for your loved one, birthdays, gifts, even just for yourself, whatever you want. Make sure you hit up Miss Vicky's Traveling Boutique. Yes, yes, yes. For all, even though she's out of town right now, but we can still get you stuff. Just saying. And she does ship if need be. But anyway, yeah, that's what we have going on. Guys, we're going to have an awesome show for you. We're going to talk about, I'm going to give you the update for those of you who watched the show last week. Angie is sharing.
Yeah, you see me looking down. I'm not praying.
She's not ignoring me. She's not like blah, blah, blah. She's sharing. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from so we can go ahead and shout you out as well. For those of you who are listening to us on Spotify and iHeart, and of course watching us on YouTube, you can also send us a message at itstheshowpodcast@gmail.com. That is how you can reach us here at the show. Your girl Nina Rock, Angie Ruiz. I can't roll my R's. There you go. She can do it. I can't. There you go. Thank you for the thumbs up. Envíanos unos corazoncitos. Send us some hearts. Feel free to send us stars as well. We appreciate all the love. Because sometimes, for some of us, this is all the love we get. Except for my dog. But anyway, guys, I'm going to give you guys a recap of PayPigs for those of you who were watching last week. We talked about PayPigs. So I'm going to give you the update on my research for PayPigs. And then we're going to talk about a lot of different things. Also want to remind you that we are also sponsored by Allstate Advertising. If you want to bring your marketing to the next level, hit up Allstate Advertising. They have LED trucks that go around with your brand, your logo, your whatever you want it to say in good context. Let me put it that way. You can't be like, F you, such and such, because I don't think they would do that. But hey, maybe for the right price, you just never know. But anyway, Allstate Advertising for all your advertising needs, LED trucks, driving by your facility or any other place that you would like it to drive by. So, with that being said, we're also going to talk about all the graduations that happened these last couple of weeks because Angie and I have not been here for 2 weeks. So, I hope you guys missed us as much as we missed you. So,
yes.
With that being said, guys, also feel free to share. We appreciate all the love. Shout out to everybody who watches and listens to us all over the world, all over the U.S. We appreciate you guys so much. ¿Qué pasó?
Now I'm like, why I heard a sound and there was no volume already?
SMH. These phones be having a mind of their own. So, let's get into the recap. Angie.
My recap, my people. Listen, that first week after we left you, all I did was work. And I worked a lot because I already knew the following week I was going to have a great time. Yes, I worked all those 10 days straight with no problema. And girls, what happened? Okay, girls, I'm still thinking I'm at work.
Hey,
so listen. Everybody listen. And then what happened is for my birthday, what I did, I went to Cancun, Mexico. Yes, girl. I made sure I gave my own birthday gift all the way in November. I was like, I'm going for my birthday. I'm going this. I booked everything actually almost 8 months before the time, you know.
Wow. Okay.
I had a great time in Cancun. Everything was sunny, bright, sunny, beautiful, and hot. I came back to Florida. This place was freaking thundering, lightning, raining. I was like, send me back to Cancun for sure. But I had a great time. You know, the people over there was great. You know, like I love it. You know, it's my 3rd time in Mexico, but in a different place. The last 2 times I actually went to Cabo. I love Cabo so much. I'm planning to go again in Cabo. In Cancun, Nena, I went. That was my first time in Cancun. I had a great time. Even the activity people actually, they were following me and right. Oh, we're gonna celebrate your birthday too. We know your birthday was yesterday, but we need you to be dancing on stage with us in that bubble pool party. I'm like, ¿qué? I'm not getting on no stage. I told her like that. She's like, why not? It's for you. It's for your birthday. And I was drinking a mimosa at that time, and that shit was around what, 10 in the morning. I was like, damn, now I need extra drinks if I'm going to plan to go on stage in front of everybody. Because you know what? I had remembering what happened to me in Cabo the last time I went. That they put me to dance against a skinny girl. Mm-hmm. And I thought in my head, I'm like, this skinny girl's going to beat me. Because, you know, I'm fat, no me muy bien. But guess what? I beat her. And I won the awards and everything. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to go through that again. So I was like, I'm not going through a stage. She's like, okay. So just stay in the water. I'm like, yeah. And that's what I did. I stood in the water. We had that bubbles. Everybody's having fun. Then they started playing with a big ball. Big ball. A big ball hitting the, like the volleyball game, but a big ass ball. Everybody was hitting the ball at the same time. That looked so fun. By that time, I already had came out of the pool, getting ready to go get some lunch and then go to my room because I needed to get ready for the other restaurant that I had booked. But I had a great time. The day exactly on my birthday, I went to this restaurant. They have mariachis in the restaurant, playing mariachis while you eating. They actually came say happy birthday to me while eating. A little cake and some champagne. That was so beautiful. I actually had the video out there in my main fan page. And I had the video in some of my social media, so just go through it. And the restaurant actually shared my video, and they're getting viewing. They were like, hey, Angie, when you going to return? In my head, cuando tenga chavo.
Should be like, when you comp me. That's what you should have said.
But I had a great time, for real. You know, I was there for 5 days. I was actually, 5 nights, 6 days. I would love to go back for sure because right outside, if you walk more to the left, keep on walking, you see all the lounges, all the nightclubs and everything in there. But girl, by the time it comes in the night, my body was like, it's time for you to go to sleep, Angie. After I eat my dinner, it was time for me to go room. And I love the fire show. They had some fire shows. Mm-hmm. They also had shows with the tribes, you know, the Mayas and the main Mexican tribes. They had those shows, and it was nice. I really liked those shows because, you know, like you could see the Indian culture and doing their shows, their dance. I really like shows like that. And that's the one that I see at the resort. But outside the resort, you actually could go to those nightclubs and shopping. What I did is, because, you know, I like to ask questions when I'm in the resort. So they were like, okay, you go shopping. You know, there's stores around outside those. And there's people selling in the street. But they were like, go. So I went exploring. I went walking around. I was looking at prices. I'm like, there's any place that is cheaper than these prices. Because, listen, if you're actually going to shop near your resort, where all the resorts are, those prices will be 3-4 times the prices from the regular people in the regular big markets. So they were like, no, go to this market. Market 28 is cool. Go to Market 28. You take this bus, unless you want to go in a cab. I'm like, no, I'll take the bus. I could look around, you know, look the facility, the beaches, the lake. Everything was around. I took the bus, and they warned me. When the bus gonna leave you, they're gonna tell you that place is actually Market 28. Don't fall for it. It's actually money they actually combine, you know, and they tell everybody that that's Market 28 when it's not. You just need to walk another 5 blocks, and then you're gonna see Market 28. So already, you know, the waiter told me everything before I left. So what I did, even the cab, I took you to the corner one, and it was not even 28. And that's why they warned me about it too. So when I got up, I was like, I already knew everything that he told me. So Kevin was like, oh, we here. I'm like, no, we not. No, we not. So we went in around, and I saw the prices. I was like, this is not the place. So I told Kevin, it's not. The man told us we need to walk 5 blocks. When we walk in, I saw a worker that started talking to us while we walking. So, you know, a worker that was there, I went to his store. I went to his niece's store too to support, because he was nice and talking nicely to us. I went to his family member stores, and actually, you know, I bought a few things from their stores. But girl, I'll go over there. It was like over 200 little stores together, everybody. And those prices was actually 4-3 times way less than the stores that was around my resort. So girls, when I was gonna pay for one, white girls, I'm not saying girls, I'm stuck with my job. So when I was gonna pay for $9-10 for one, I bought 10 of those for $5. All I know is, like, I was like, oh, I'm glad I found this market. And then after that, because it was too hot and humid, I took the cab coming back to the resort, and I gave more than what the guy had asked in the cab. I'm like, here, extra chip. And they like it. And that's the good thing I already know. That's the way I do it. Every time I go to Mexico, I always bring my cash. You know, the same goes, everything. Remember, our dollar costs more over there. So I tip them nicely. So $1 will be 20 pesos for them. So I'll be tipping them $5. That's $100. 100 pesos for them. So they'll be so happy. They'll treat you like a queen. All I know is, so that's why everybody already knew. Every time we were coming by, oh, y'all coming in the morning? You coming here? Coming there? But we had a great time. Yeah. I really love it, and it was very beautiful.
When you tip good, you get very well taken care of. I learned that from, I don't even know what to call him.
Oh, it's a him.
Just him. I learned that from him. We're just gonna say him, okay? He always tips very. I don't know what to call him. To call him a friend? I don't know what to call him. I don't know what to call him. But him, just him. He tips very well, and whenever we were out, we got treated very well because he tips very well. So I like my shoulder, by the way, guys. I just had to point it out because I've been admiring my shoulder this whole time. I don't know about you, but I think my shoulder looks really cute today. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but the shoulder looks cute. There's no even highlight on it. I should have put some glitter or something so it could sparkle.
Some baby oil.
But anyway, but I do like the way it looks.
But yeah, but like, otherwise, you know, I had a great time. You know, I loved everybody was respectful. Everybody actually was, you know, I had a great time, period. Yep. I really needed that time. I had a great time. I had some sleep. And then, of course, getting up in the morning for my breakfast. One thing, when y'all travel, guys, girls, make sure y'all get that all-inclusive. I'm telling you.
Never miss a meal.
If not, listen, all-inclusive, if not, those bills will be high. Because those prices was ridiculous when it comes to breakfast, lunch, and especially dinner. Listen, Thank God, thank the Lord that I had all inclusive. If not,
I know we
yes.
got some comments, so let's get to those comments before we continue.
We do have. Okay, Neo says, whoop whoop. Kevin, thank you for tuning
Hey,
in. He
Kevin.
goes, facts. And Neo goes, the math is not mathing. Shut up, Neo. And then Kevin
It's
goes,
Angie's math.
yes. Kevin goes, $2 American, $40 over there in Mexico. And Neo goes, no haters over your shoulders. He goes, no haters over your shoulder.
My shoulder looks cute. So.
No, over her shoulder, she got that angel and yum yum yum.
That's why my face is this way.
Because she's looking at the angel one.
The angel, because if I look at this one, child, this is bad decisions over here. So I gotta stay over here, looking to the left, looking to the left. But anyway, guys, I had an amazing 2 weeks as well. I worked a lot, but I had a lot of birthdays, a lot of graduations that I went to. So first and foremost, had my youngest daughter, Cassidy. She had her graduation from high school. Yay! Shout out
Finally, no more
babies.
No more babies.
So shout out to all Freedom High School students who had their graduation about 2 weeks ago. My daughter being one of the classmen. So congratulations to her and her class. Then she had a birthday. 2 days later was her 18th birthday. So no more babies in the house. No more babies in the house. And then the following week I had my older daughter's birthday. So happy birthday to
She's
Amanda.
surrounded by Geminis. For
all
real.
Geminis all around me. We have Angie. We have Ivy, who used to be one of our members.
No, she's
here.
a Taurus.
Her birthday was just last week.
Our Ivy?
Yes.
She's a Taurus.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
Gemini.
No, she's not.
Her birthday was before yours.
But her birthday is actually 2 days before mine. She's a Taurus.
So she's a Taurus. Well,
yeah.
whatever.
And you're not Taura.
Well,
no.
Shout
Moo.
out. Happy birthday to Ivy as well. So we had a lot of birthdays in the last couple of weeks, a lot of graduations. We're going to talk about some graduations and things like that because I went to about probably 10 different graduations within the last 2 weeks. So it has been crazy, ups, downs, and just a lot of different stuff. So, but that's pretty much what I did. I did a lot of things the last 2 weeks. Went to escape rooms, went to SeaWorld. I mean, we went to an amazing restaurant, amazing steak. I mean, we did a lot of stuff the last 2 weeks. My son was here the final 2 weeks. He's now back in Japan. Yeah, so he's also gone. So, guys, I have an 18-year-old now. Guys, she's out. I don't want to say she's out the house, but she's an adult, quote unquote. And I have to tell you, I'm a little traumatized.
Why?
I don't even know if she's home yet, but we're going to talk about it. She had her first sleepover at her boyfriend's house.
Oh, Lord. Mind you, my had asked me, said no. Me and Kevin, we were very strict with her. Like, no, what the fuck you think?
I said no all the time, but she's 18 now. I told her, I said, well, you got to ask. Are you asking or you telling? Because just because you're 18 don't mean you don't got rules. Still got rules. Just because you turn 18, this is for all the youngins out there. If you still live at home with your parents, just because you turn 18 does not mean that you can do whatever the hell you want. There's still rules that you have to abide by. At least that's how it is in my house. My house, I got rules, and that's I don't care what you do in your household, but in my house, we have rules. Right?
Yeah, we got rules. Girl, you said that
But
you
no
did
more
escape
babies.
room. You said escape room.
did.
I
went
want to
to
know
the
how you
escape
did.
room. So we did great. This one was
Did y'all finish it or y'all were arguing, fighting
no,
each other?
No. We finished it. You have to go with really smart people. I'm gonna be honest with you, because at least. So if you're going in a group, at least have 2 smart people on the team, because then you can split, right? If one smart person over there, my whole group, luckily, thank God, we're all smart, but. You have to, because in this escape room, because it depends, there's a bunch of different ones.
Y'all did the mild one, or y'all did the very...
We did, the one we did was called Loch Ness. The Loch Ness. I've done a couple, but this one was very interesting because, and the reason I tell you at least have 2 smart people, because they divided us in the beginning. We were in 2 different rooms. So we had to first figure out how we were going to communicate with each other within the 2 rooms. Figured that out 1, 2, 3. Oh, headphones, plug this in. Okay, boom. They had to figure their shit out, right? Then we had to communicate, and then what they were doing on their side was affecting our side, and we had to tell them, okay, stop, go to the left, go to the right. we had to like, and they couldn't see what we were doing, what they were controlling. So we had to tell them on this side what to do over there. And then finally we got that part, and then we kind of, then once we finished together, then we merged into the big room to finish it off. You know what I mean? But the first part, I was a little stressed because I'm like, they're not going to figure this out. Stop right there. Okay. Move up. It was just like a little intense in the beginning, but then
no, even like, mira pendejo, you don't hear me. Stop moving. Mira carajo.
Stop.
You dumbass.
But I knew I should have been in that room, right? No, but like I said, we had really good team, even though we were split. Everyone was pretty smart, and they've done a lot of escape room.
So they have
this is only my second time doing it. We should do it. It is so much fun. It's fun, and it really tests you. Like we should do it. If you guys want to do an escape room with us, we should do a group escape room. I think that would be cool. But it's the first time.
It's stressful, I guess.
Yeah, in the beginning. But then once you get it, it's like, okay, we got this. You know what I mean? And then it's just, and when it's timed, it's like tick tock, but it was great. We had fun in the
So how many of y'all was? What a total?
6 of us.
So it's 3 and 3.
Yeah. Well, it depends on which room you do, but in that particular one, it's 3 and 3, right? They divide. I mean, you can go as many people, but they're gonna divide the team in 2 for that room, and then they merge in the end. So, yeah. So it's good to go with a group so that you guys can.
And from all of you already know who was the smartest one.
Well, I mean, all my kids were there, so all my kids are smart because I did that.
She's not gonna say who.
Surprisingly, what's crazy is that it's gonna sound really horrible to say, and I don't mean it in a bad way at all. But my younger daughter really surprises me when she does escape, because she is really smart, but she doesn't. Like my older daughter, you can see she's smart. Like you can tell she's very studious. She's very focused. She's very. My younger daughter is more. She's a beauty queen. So she's all the pretty and the glitz, and the glamour, and the makeup, and the heels, and the nails, and the makeup, and all this stuff.
I don't want to touch that.
Right. But then she's really smart. She's surprised. I'm like, damn. And I just always have to go like, the fuck.
How you knew that?
Right. She's really smart, and it just surprises me that she's just so fucking smart. And I'm like, wow, So, and then my son is very quiet. So then he's very quiet, but he's intense, and he's looking around. And then he'll go, oh, this, yeah. And then that's the right one. You know what I mean? It's like that's how he is. You know what I mean? Like he's studying. He's looking around. And then he'll know like, okay, this goes there. Yeah, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, he solved that. You know what I mean? Well, we're all like looking around, and he's just like
observing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I guess that's why he does good in the military, because that's what he does. But anyway, it's definitely, if you guys have ever been to escape room, put your experience in the chat, or if you'd like to go, we definitely should plan. Me and I gotta get some money first. So.
It is pricey, right?
It's like 20 something per person.
20 something?
No, not that bad.
More than that.
No,
I know New York City is like $50 a person.
That's New York. Hello.
Yeah.
More
I was like, for me to be stuck in a room cursing at somebody, no.
Be on the smart team. That's all I'm telling you. That's my tip of the day. If you're gonna do an escape room, make sure that you are on the team with the smartest person that you think on your team. So, with that being said, that was what we did. Went to SeaWorld, like I said, and SeaWorld has changed so much. They got some new rides and everything like that. So, I don't do rides, so I was just like sitting there, whatever. But it was very hot that day, as you can see. I have like all types of tan lines. I'm gonna have to go to a nude beach to even out.
Girl, go to your backyard.
Nude? Have you seen my backyard?
Go behind the pool.
Have you seen my pool? Have you seen my back? I need a fence, first of all. If somebody wants to put a fence up, I would go nude. I'd walk.
Well, you do have a fence, but it's not a cover one.
It's not a private. It's a chain link fence, guys.
Yes.
It's old school. Okay, yes, it's old school fence. I'm gonna sell it if anybody wants to buy it, so I can put up the new fence.
True.
I'm just admiring my shoulder. But anyway, I'm gonna be looking at it all night. But anyway, yes.
Okay.
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 But yeah, so I mean, escape rooms are pretty good. My tip, like I said, if you're gonna do an escape room, make sure that you partner up with the smartest person.
And make
you
sure
know.
that person is really smart, not the person saying I'm smart, and then when actually we are in the
you
escape
really
room,
need to know that they're smart.
and
Exactly.
it will show that they're not really smart.
Right. You really need to know.
They
that
might be
they're
smart asses. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. But that was pretty much what we did. So had a great 2 weeks, I gotta say, and and just enjoyed the time with my family, with my kids,
Yes.
and that was that. So yep. That is what I did.
You forgot to say you went to a cruise.
That we talked about that already.
We did?
Yes, that was the last show we
Oh,
did. You
I thought
guys
it was part of
remember
those
that I
2
went
weeks.
to the cruise?
Yeah.
If you guys remember, give me a thumbs up.
I thought it was part of those 2 weeks of you meeting.
No, because we came back. Remember?
And then I left. Okay.
Then you left. Yes.
Mhm.
That was the 20th, I think it was, the 19th or some shit like that.
Yes.
That was the last time we were here, guys. Was the 19th. But anyway,
Because then it was Memorial Day weekend. That's what happened. That's
Yeah.
when I was away.
yeah. And then now we're here again. So there you go. Ta-da! But anyway, guys, graduations. There was a lot of schools that graduated. Obviously, all the schools here in Florida, we've already finished schools here, so everyone has had their graduation. And I just want to touch base really quick because I know that there's still more graduations to come for those of you who are in other states who haven't finished school yet, like up the northern states that don't finish until June. So I wanted to touch base on it really quick because graduation is a great time. It's a major accomplishment, a major milestone for these students, for these children who have achieved it. Unfortunately, not every student does finish high school and stuff like that. But one of the things that I gotta tell you is that it should remain a memorable day. I guess that's the right word I should say. I went to about, 10 different graduations within the last 2 weeks, and they were all great, amazing balloon drops, confetti and everything. Everyone was happy. But there was one particular school, I'm not going to say the name, and I've just a message I want to. One particular school who they were banned from another facility last year for fighting and things like that. They were, a rowdy school or a troubled school, I should say. And they were at this new facility, and everyone was like worried and paranoid, like, oh my God, we're gonna have a lot of trouble, we're gonna have a lot of drama. And the whole graduation ceremony was nice, everything was beautiful, because I went to the ceremony and everything was great. And I'm like, you see, these people were worried for nothing, like I'm an advocate for, like, let's show them what we can really be. Let's not give in to the rumors, you know what I'm saying, or live up to the the whatever, the bad talk that was going on about this one school. So then after the graduation, all the students went outside, and then guess what happened?
Una pelea.
There was a fight, and then another fight, and there was just all out brawl in front after graduation. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, we were doing so good. Like,
That was a high school or
It was a high
university?
school. It was a high school. We were doing so good to, to kick those rumors in the face, so to speak. You know what I mean? And then you kind of lived up to it by fighting and getting into a brawl. Because now parents are getting involved. Because listen, someone swings off on my kid in front of me, I'm swinging back. I don't care. Like, it is what it is. And I get it. But graduation should be a special and beautiful moment, and for it to be ruined by a fight, a brawl, or like a shooting. Thank God there was no shooting, although there was rumors of alleged gunfire, but there was no gunfire. Police responded right away. I mean, it was taken care of right away. I mean, it really could have gotten really, really worse, but police was already on scene, so they took care of it. But the thing I'm trying to say is that, guys, children, graduates, parents, because really it's parents really fucking gotta step in. But don't ruin your graduation. Don't ruin it. Like take that day, make it special. You want to fight the next day. I don't care. I'm just saying. But hold that memory and make it a beautiful memory for yourself, for your school, for your classmates, for everybody involved, for your parents, for your family who come out to see you guys graduate. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I've seen families come from all over, not just from here in Florida. They come from out of state to see this major accomplishment, this major milestone that you guys have achieved, and then you guys go and ruin it by getting into a fight or getting into a brawl. I mean, that's not really how you want to celebrate your parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or your family. You know what I mean? So I just want to put that message out there for any future graduates that are coming up within the next couple of weeks. You know, think about what you're doing, because at the end of the day, it could be worse. You could leave that graduation in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I mean, the police were able to take care of it right away. But if it would have gotten a little bit more out of hand, there would have been arrests. There would have been a lot of arrests. So then what's going to happen? You just graduated and now you're in jail. Yeah, that's fucking great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about what it is that you're doing. I know tempers flare and you know, you got all this built up whatever from the past, but let it go, at least on graduation day. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Let that be a testament to yourself that, hey, you did it, you accomplished it, you achieved it, and celebrate your wins and celebrate that day as a special day. So I just wanted to put that message out there because, like I said, there's a lot more graduations coming up. And I really don't, you know, I really would like to just continue to see it as a great night, a great day of achievement, of celebration for yourself, for your accomplishments and your achievements. So,
yes.
We got comments?
Yes, we do. We got the guys talking among each other, saying hello to each other.
How you talking amongst yourselves? Pay attention. We're
no,
talking.
they are. Then Kevin said, round one, fight. And then he goes, finish him. Flawless victory.
But, you know, like you know, you should be able to leave that place, you know, like I said, happy with, you know, with a memory that, God damn it, I made it. You know what I'm saying? And leave that day like that. So.
Then he goes, final match. Here we go.
It's so hard to find mature audience nowadays. I'm just kidding. But, you know, that's just my message for future graduates and stuff like that, because it was really, I mean, like I said, the situation got taken care of right away. It was something that happened really quick, but it really could have escalated a lot worse. You know, maybe if the police weren't there, or if the facility didn't respond in a timely manner, like, it really probably could have gotten a little out of hand.
Yeah.
But luckily it was, you know, taken care of right away, and it didn't get to where it could have gone. And that particular school has been in the news within the last couple of months for a big brawl that happened at the school. So, you know, obviously there's tempers and things like that are still whatever unresolved and things like that. But graduation, I think, should not have been the day to do it. Just my little 2 cents.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking like, maybe this is the last time we'll see this particular
then
person.
Good, then leave
Let
it
me
alone.
just grab that person right now and give it 2-3 smacks.
Yeah, but then you know
go.
what? If you would have ended up in jail, then what? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? You just picked up your diploma and now you're picking up a case. I mean, come on. You got to think about what you're doing, because this is your future at the end of the day.
And I noticed a lot of the young people, they don't even think twice. They don't think right at all.
Listen,
and it's actually a different wrong end. Like, I've seen, like, damn, some of these kids that I be watching sometime online, watching those videos, I'm like, they need the whipping that we did caught back then. You know, like, they need our whipping, like, our time, they would be like, child abuse. But our time, be like, shut the fuck up. That's not child abuse. That's the way we raise and make it discipline. But now you go like this to them. Oh, child abuse. I'm like, ¿qué
I'm
carajo?
like, call 911. I'll give you the phone. Go ahead.
Like, ¿qué carajo? Nah, but back then, they cannot survive our childhood for sure. They can't.
Well, I know they couldn't survive mine. I didn't get those whippings, but I
got hit with the cookie spoon. You know that metal, not the cookie spoon that is
the rice spoon, the cucharon.
El cucharon que don't bang. That is actually iron. Metal. Girl, power in the hand. I'm like, get the fuck. I still feel it. And that was like over 20 years ago. I had the chichon going.
The chichona is coming back as a flashback.
Recuerda. Pa que
No, for real,
aprendas.
I'm like, do you? Why you don't do that to your little boy the same way you did that to your girl? I'm just saying. It's always favoritism.
Wow, trauma.
It was favoritism.
Trauma. Childhood traumas coming out.
Kevin's laughing. He goes, them kids probably was waiting to graduation to bro. You never know.
They probably were.
And then Kevin goes, Generation Z, what do you really expect?
Nothing.
Right,
but but that's why I would like to relay this message out to future graduates, and hopefully that somebody would, listen to me. If they want. I don't know.
Kevin goes, I did. I used to get it fresh out of the tub wet with an extension cord. Ooh, I know that one burned.
I know that one.
I
too.
know that one burned.
Mhm.
And you must have done something. You didn't listen. That's why you got that whipping.
So it's funny because I had one of the teachers, because I know a lot of people, so one of the teachers had posted, like, what did you get suspended for in school? So I said fighting. And she was like, what? Like, do y'all not know? Like, I used to really get down in school. Like, what? I mean, I don't do it anymore. I'm an adult. I'm grown. But she was like surprised. She was like surprised that that's what I got suspended for. I'm like, girl, you ain't know, you don't know, right? But anyway, that we're not talking about me. But
I was a nerd.
I was a nerd, but I had a bad attitude, and that was my
I was
problem.
a nerd, sweet nerd.
So no, I was a nerd, but I fought.
Some people
every
thought
day.
that I was actually a family member of the mafias and stuff. They were like, don't mess with Angie, she's part of the mafia. I'm like, what? I guess the way I carry myself and the way I used to come and I was the nerd. That's it. I'm not gonna say no more. All I say is one day I heard somebody say, I went to the restroom, went straight to the person, everybody got up like Angie's here. Oh shit. Bitch, you talking about me? Nothing else. Angie was the nerd. Angie didn't do nothing. She didn't break a plate.
Not me. I was bad. I was a badass kid. I'm not even gonna lie, but I didn't fight on graduation day. That's for sure. That's
No, I
the
did
one
not
thing
either.
I didn't do.
No, that graduation days back then, I always found it like a special moment.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
like
It should still be a special moment.
the pre-wedding day.
How you get graduated?
No, I'm
from
saying,
pre-wedding?
like, it's, you get ready, you do your nails, you do your makeup, you do your hair, you got that dress. You're looking way beautiful for that ceremony. It is a ceremony. And you happy that it's your celebration. Just like a wedding, girl. You getting married, you do your hair, your makeup, everything.
I don't know. I've never been married, so I can't even relate to that. But
Well,
I know we have.
I've been married once before, but
I've never been married.
hopefully my
I'm an
second wedding, I'm going to have all my girls
I'm an old maid.
having a blast.
I'm an old maid, never been married, and probably never will be married. But I know we have some comments.
Never say never.
We're not talking about me right now.
Never say
Comments,
never. Okay, here we go. The wet part. Blah, blah, blah. And Kevin said he was a class clown, but still an AB student.
I was a straight A student with a bad attitude. That's what I was.
I was a
So,
nurse straight
when
A,
I was-
and y'all could actually verify this. We go through the city. If they still got those city ones. I was the number one score on that big what do they call it? ST math class.
SAT.
SCT class. The math
She
one.
said STDs. Yeah, okay. You was
The
number
math
one with STDs?
No, hell no. I rebuked them in the name of Jesus. No, but like the city test. The city test that is actually all the school having the same test.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the number one of the whole city of New York City in math. And I'm like, yes.
Okay,
yes.
but
I was
what's
a
1
nerd.
plus 1? No, it's kidding.
Girl, that's 0.
See? And she was number one. Then you must have had a fucked up classmates in your time. But
No, I guess everybody, the judges and the whoever scored those tests was blind. No, true story. I was the number one. I was surprised. They actually gave me an award and everything. I was like, wow.
So-
but I always been good in math though.
so, since we're talking high school, I was the prom queen. Yes, I was.
I didn't go to my prom
I was
because
a
I was
prom
pregnant
queen.
of my son. So I was still home. I didn't go to my prom.
I was prom queen. Went to the prom by myself with friends, girls, all girls. We went all girls, because our boyfriends were not going to go to prom. We had bad boyfriends. Like, they were just bad.
She went like this. Her eyes roll up like. Anyway, no.
If y'all only knew, like, if anybody who's out there listening or watching knows me from high school, you can attest to what I'm saying. Because Nina was not very nice.
And she still made it to be the prom queen.
But I was prom queen. I was
How many people did
straight
you
A
threaten?
student. Nobody. This is the funny
You
part.
better vote for me. I will fuck you up.
No, it wasn't even like that. This was the funny part because I was really like once I was in high school, I was chill. Like I got into true story. I got into 4 fights in high school. That's it, one every year because some bitch tried to fucking
One
play
every
me.
year.
One every year. One every year. But I was top of my game in sports. I ran track. I was number 1 in handball. I was like top of everything in school. I was a nerd, but I had a bad attitude. So, but once I got into like junior year and high school year, like I was, pretty popular. But I went into 1 fight, and that's in senior year. And that was it. I never really had a fight because they already knew who I was, what I was about. So when you get to a certain level, nobody's gonna fuck with you at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And plus, who I was affiliated with, they weren't fucking with me.
I already know that. There's
that's
some dude that didn't want to even date me because they already knew I was Ivan's sister. And I'm like, Ivan is not in this school. He lived far from here. They're like, don't even touch her. She's Ivan's sister.
It wasn't me. It was me, myself, and I. I wasn't nobody's sister. I wasn't nobody's. I was Nina. Like, I was my real name. Me. Like, they knew. But anyway, I know we got some comments, but I don't remember where I was going with this. I was going to
That's nobody's mess up.
Oh, no, we're talking about prom. So the funny thing is that when prom came, right, it was so funny because I went with a bunch of girls. We were all friends, and Carlos, sometimes he watches the show. So it was all girls and one guy. We all went together. We had the limo, everything like that. So prom came, we were dancing, whatever. And then when they came time to announce like prom king and prom queen, it was the funniest thing. I swear. I had my shoes off and everything, and I was like, let me put my shoes on because I know they're gonna call my name. But I said it as a joke, like I was just joking, and they really did call my name. I was like, what? And everybody was like, it's a setup. I said, I swear to God, I didn't do anything. I just put my shoes on.
Even our audience is saying that you did threaten the people.
I swear to God, I didn't. Scout's honor, I did not threaten nobody. I didn't have to.
Listen, put 2 dots in the comment if you were actually one of her victims.
Blink twice.
After I'm gonna see them blink through the video.
It's a joke.
My girls, listen. My girls. My audience. Neo goes, she was number 1 because they thought she was P. I can't see the rest. Because she was P.
I don't know.
And then, maybe. I don't know. Neo says, you better vote for me or I'm going to fuck you up.
No,
that's what you
I
was
didn't.
saying.
I didn't have to do any
Kevin
of that.
was laughing.
I promise you, I didn't have to do any of that. It was literally surprising. I'm because I didn't even put in for it. Like it wasn't even.
I guess somebody else was threatening them for you.
Let me see what he said.
You try to look at the comments because it only says P for real. It says P.
Hola, Rafael. ¿Cómo estás?
Rafael.
It's just not there for me.
Neo. Okay, right here. She was, no, because they thought that she was part of the mafia.
There you go. So that was that, and it was, I love my high school years, to be honest with you. I had a great time in high school. And then when you're a senior, you just run the show, so it didn't matter, you know what I mean? I used to literally, and this is a true story, if y'all knew my high school stories, you'd be like, what? You would not believe. You'd be like, what, Nina? No fucking way. Yes, fucking way. So going back to the teacher that I was talking to, all I said was one thing. She couldn't believe it because I guess she sees me now, and I don't look like I'm a fighter, a brawler, or anything like that, but child, you only knew. I know we got some comments, so let's get to it. I'm really nice now, I swear to God.
Excuse me, I'm getting that cold.
Oh, I gotta tell you something. but I gotta tell you after
Okay.
the show.
Yeah, Kevin was trying to tell us what he said. Yeah, for real, my phone was not coming out.
Yeah, so we got it now. But
Yeah.
anyway, so just guys, if you have a graduation coming up, just make it a memorable day. Celebrate the celebrate the day, celebrate your accomplishment, your achievements, and let's just have a peaceful fucking day, because it's a beautiful thing to reach that milestone in your life, and you don't want to end up in jail or something, or
I see
whatever
Nina
like that.
walking down the thing of my wedding, dancing. Yay! The bridesmaid. Yay!
So you see, I'm already a bridesmaid. You see, I'm gonna be like 27 dresses. Have you guys ever seen that movie? Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But that's okay. I'll be a bridesmaid. I'll be
Like walking down. Then I picture Neil dancing too in his little.
Neo, I guess you're gonna be a groomsman in Angie's wedding. Take note. Okay. Okay,
I'm picturing all the adults as bridesmaids and groomsmen.
So we got roles for her wedding. Already. And I don't mean chichos. I mean actual roles. Now we need el anillo pa' cuando.
Anillo pa' cuando, ya son 9 años, puñeta.
Yeah, listen,
Buenas noches, mi
I was gonna
reina.
say something, but guys,
Pero
I'm
no,
not
I take it. Suavecito.
So the rumor is, and this is
Linda, thank you for watching, Linda.
I'm gonna put this out there, and I don't care
What's
how
the
anybody
rumor?
takes it.
What's the rumor?
If you're in a relationship more than 5 years, this is something that somebody said on social media. This one, okay, so let me give you the backstory. This one lady was teaching her daughter lessons on men, right? If he don't call you, he don't like you. If he's inconsistent, he's got someone else. If he this, he's, like she's going like one by one by saying, choosing, if you've been in a relationship with someone for 5 years and you're not married, you're a placeholder. You're not the one. Like just going on. And then you hear all the nuggets and you're like, yup.
And that lady was single too?
I don't know. She was telling her daughter. It's a video. She's telling her daughter all these things. You know what I'm saying? And she's just going on, and the daughter's just sitting in the back, like eyes open. I guess her daughter must have been like maybe 13, 14, young girl. And she's just giving her the lessons of life when it comes to men. She's like, men are simple creatures. If they want you, they'll come get you. If they want to talk to you, they will. If they don't call you, they don't like you. If they're not if they're being inconsistent with you, they have someone else. If this, and you just hear and you're like, yup, wow, yup, facts, true. Like, it's just like boom, 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 boom. And then she said that. She goes, if you've been with someone more than 5 years and you're not married, you're a placeholder. And she just kept on and on. So I'm throwing that out there. Don't leave my girl as a placeholder, because she can easily.
No placeholder.
I'm just saying, you've been more than 5 years, so she can be replaced. I'm just letting you know. But anyway, that's just my little 2 cents. Me and Nino need to be. Wait, I shouldn't say it like that. Angie needs to see me dancing down the aisle.
Which I see her dancing all the time everywhere. I know how she dances.
I'm going to share that video with you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But literally, and I say this all the time, men are really simple. If they wanted to, they will. It's just that simple. You don't have to force. You don't have to argue. Literally, and I have it tattooed, let them do what they want to do so you can see what it is that they really want to do. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not you, if it's not coming to you, it's not talking to you, calling you, texting you, whatever, you're not the one.
Let me start smiling my screenshot when I went like this.
and you're not the one, and this literally just that simple. Men will always go for what they want. They're not, if they want you, they're not going to leave you on the table. That's it. They're not going to.
And the way things are in this time, it don't matter if you're together for a long time or not. Life keeps going on. And not only that, after a certain time, a certain years, you're already considered married by the states, no matter what.
Not all states. Florida doesn't recognize that.
Okay, and it goes, I'm like, for what? Sometimes some people could be together so long, they get married, and by the second month, they divorce.
Well, that's because those people shouldn't have been married to begin with. Because there's a lot of people, we've talked about this before, a lot of people get married for all the wrong reasons. They don't get married for the right reasons. Do you know what I'm saying? They get married because they have children. They get married for money. They get married to, because they can't afford to be on their own. They get married because they feel that they've been together for someone for a long time, and they feel like that's the next.
Paying bills.
I'm just saying,
share bills together.
But some people, what I'm saying is, if they can't afford it, they get married. You know what I'm saying, to have that extra income in the house. Then there's people who get married because they feel it's the next step in their relationship, and meanwhile all they've been doing is arguing the whole time and cheating on each other. Then how much sense does that make? Then there's convenience. There's so many wrong reasons why people get married. Not many people get married for true love. Some people get married, shouldn't say this on public, some people get married for papers, but that's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we know that all good.
I'm just saying, people, I find a lot of people get married for all the wrong reasons, which is why there's high divorce rates. Just my little 2 cents, my little nuggets.
And I said high divorce rate too because they don't know how to try to work things out either. Right away, they want to throw things out the door.
Because
the
they
marriage
should
from
not
the
have
past, they
got married
actually
to begin
stay
with.
together and work things out.
Like
vamos a poner some tape,
I
some
have
glue,
some glue.
some worker. Over
But
here, they
sometimes
don't want
you
to
can
work
do-
out right
but
now.
sometimes you can do all that, and the thing is that both parties need to be willing, because if it's only one person who keeps taping it up, it's not going to work, and the other person keeps cutting it on the other side. You're fighting your own battle. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people. I have a guy friend of mine who was with his girlfriend for many years. I think they were together like 7-8 years. Young, they were young. They were together 7-8 years before they got married. They got married, had 2 kids, and then got divorced. Why? Because they should not have got married to begin with. Because at the end of the day, yeah, they were together for a long time. They had broken up for a little bit. He started seeing someone else, and when he started seeing someone else, that's when she wanted to get back, and they got back together. And for me, she only came back because she knew he was seeing somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So they had the 2 kids, they got married, and then they ended up divorced. They're divorced now. They don't even speak to each other. After now it's been like, the whole time, 10 years. But that's because they should not have got married to begin with. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to get married, marry it for the right reasons, not for the
I
wrong
see it
reasons.
sometimes people don't want to work things out because they get influenced by what they see on social media and shit like that. Like, don't be following what the social media be saying. Because listen, 85% of what you see on social media is fucking fake.
True.
So I'm trying to say, always
And
go
not
with
only
your
that-
heart. Always go with your heart. Always go with how you feel. But if you want to be following what social media, all the things will be saying, then you're not a leader. You will be a freaking
But not
follower.
only that, but right now with social media, like, and I'm just gonna say men. I'm just gonna say men because I could say women too, but I'll just say it in general. When I say men, I mean everybody. Like, there's so many options for men right now available. All they gotta do is keep looking, swipe, go add this friend, look through this person's friend. Social media has given everybody, like, in the palm of their hands. They can see people from all over the world. They meet a girl, they can go to Columbia to see her. They can go to North Carolina, they can go to Georgia, they can go anywhere that they want to go, that they can meet people online on social media and have that option to go and see them, to be puto puercos out there, right? O puta puercas. And there's so many options available that they feel that they can easily, this one's acting up, or this one. There's no need for them to want to fix something over there when they can just go to multiples. Now, here's the thing with that. You can be involved with many, let's just say, different women all over, but that doesn't, to me, that means that you're missing something in your life and you're trying to satisfy and fulfill it with all these different women, but you really need to look within yourself to find out what it is that you really want. And because at the end of the day, what's your number? How many more do you need? So I was gonna say pussy's pussy.
Some
but I
people,
can't
some
really
men
say
that does that. Some
can't
men
really
don't
say
really
that
don't want
on
to
the-
be taco up. They just
tied
want to
out.
be. They want to be, free, and they're not actually looking for
But that's
something
still
serious.
right. But that still means to me that they're missing something in their life.
Some of them they're just strictly having fun. They like to be free. They like to explore. They like to experiment. They like to travel. A lot of people like to do that. They like to travel, experiment, and be free. And some of them, they could be brokenhearted, but most of them, it's just because they like to be free. They like to explore. They like to have fun. And they're not the people that to be tied down at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ones. Let me
Comments?
see. Linda, hi. She say hi. And she's saying hi. Her and Kevin say hi to each other. And Linda go, those are men with mommy issues. That's
There
what
you go.
Linda said.
My point exactly. See,
Men with mommy
have something.
issues.
They have issues somewhere, and they're just trying to cover it up by being involved with different women. They
Excuse
feel
me.
that maybe they feel that being with multiple women makes them a man, but it really not loving a million women, but loving one woman a million ways makes you more of a man than anything. Just putting my little 2 cents out there. What time is it? How much more time we got? Because I'm going on this. No, just kidding.
We actually got 5 minutes left in this live.
I didn't even get to give you an update on my PayPig report. I guess we'll save that for next week.
I don't even check on that. I don't even see that she's still online. I don't see none of that. Not even one person
So,
with it.
all right. So let me just give you the breakdown. I tried this PayPig thing for
Did you
the whole week. Hold on, let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
My final outlook on it, my final result that I'm gonna say it's a scam because I got more people trying to scam me in my inbox than anything, okay? Telling me, oh, baby, sweetheart, I'm gonna give you $5,000, but there's a fee, you gotta pay $30 for the fee. Mind you, bullshit, because on Cash App, especially, this is where they were trying to send me, quote unquote, saying they were gonna send me money. There's no fee on Cash App when somebody sends you money. It's bullshit. So somebody was like, oh, I'm going to give you $5,000. I had someone else say, oh, if you just flip your hair, I'm going to give you $800 but there's a fee. Everything is a fee. Fuck you. There's no fee. So I started playing with them like, yeah. So I started calling them scammer. One guy got so mad at me. He was like, you got fucking mental issues. And I'm like, scammers. I just kept copy paste. He was so mad. And then the other one, he keeps messaging me. We're going to do this a while. I just leave him on red. He just keeps messaging me. And I'm like, bullshit. I don't even think you got the money. I just keep going off on him. But I did get $1 whole.
By who?
I'm not going to tell you who. By PayPig. I got
$1.
$1. Either I'm not pretty enough for PayPigs. Maybe that's all y'all think I'm worth. But $1 is what I
Maybe
did
he
get.
just gave you $1 from all the $1,000 he had.
He
Gave
said,
one.
what he said was, this is what he said. He's because I was doing like an update like every few days on the update of the PayPig report, research. And he said, I'm going to give you $1 because I don't want you to be left on zero.
It was nice. It was
Yeah,
fine.
so I was like, thank you very much.
That sounds like Neo.
No, it wasn't Neo. It wasn't Neo. But final outlook, I'm gonna say that the PayPig thing is a scam. So be careful out there, ladies. Don't get caught in it. Don't send nobody any fees. Don't send anybody your personal information, phone numbers, emails, things like that. Send what you're supposed to send, which is your Cash App, but that's about it. Don't send any other personal information because they can go in and hack once they have all your personal info, and you don't want to be a victim of that as well. So with that being said, PayPig scam. That's all I gotta say on that. And guys, I hope you guys have an amazing week. We're gonna have an amazing week. I have a lot of things to do this weekend. I may go on the Latin night cruise. I'm not sure yet. I'm debating it. But definitely we should work on getting that escape room trip going together. And yeah.
The bad thing is some of those escape rooms, they don't let you record nothing at all.
No,
so
you can't.
We won't be able to record shows going crazy, cursing at each other. I'm like, estúpida, you don't know this?
No, but we'll just have experiences that we can come and talk about. But anyway, guys, as you know, we appreciate you guys every single week who tune in to Crazy Thing we call the show. Everyone from right here in the United States, everyone who listens to us in Germany, in the Arab nations, in France, in Mexico, in Peru, in Colombia, mi gente de UK, everyone who listens to us all around the world. We certainly appreciate you guys. And don't forget, guys, if you're listening to us on iHeart or Spotify or watching us on YouTube, you can always send us a message at itstheshowpodcast@gmail.com.
All right, my people, we are about to come to an end. I will see you next Monday.
Yes,
All I want to say is thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Listen, hopefully we got nice topics next week, or maybe have a
we
guest.
had a great show this week. What are you talking about?
We did,
We
but
have a great show every week.
I didn't laugh that much today. You know how crazy I get, and you think I'm drunk.
Love, peace, and hair. Grease your girl.
Dios me la
Nina Ross.
bendiga, cuídense, bye.